What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Swift Coin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 29th day of June, and here we are at about 1.1 cent right now. We've got how many hours left in the day? Like 7 hours? 7 hours, 12 minutes left in the day here. Coming down a little bit, and that's okay. If we look at this from a relative low to relative high, golden ratio area of support right here, finding support at it as well. If we were to go lower than that and see, the 786 or the 886, it's very possible that we could go down there. And it's not a problem if we do. If we go down there, we will likely find support. We will recover, and then we will come back. It'll be glorious. It'll be everything will be good. But there's no promise that we do go that low. I'm just saying that we could go that low. That doesn't mean that we will, but just that we could, okay? Looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin's taken a little bit of a bath since its recent pump. It's just gone like straight down over the past couple hours. That's nice to see. Cheaper cryptos for everybody. 1 hour time frame here. Getting overbought, pretty deep in the overbought zone there. That's nice to see. That helps, in my opinion, validate this as a low, but we need to see more production from the price than this, right? If we come down and we find support of the golden ratio, we find a higher low, that's great. If we go lower, again, it's not a big deal. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to go below this low, but I'm not really getting too much off of that long-term fib. Let's look at this from a low to a high. Maybe we'll get something more relative here. Hold on. Low to high. Golden ratio support, 382. So what you want to do here is you want to find support at the 0.5. Okay, if you can find support and backtest prior resistance and prior support here and prior support there, you want to find support at the 0.5, which at this point in time is at 1.086 cents. If you can find support there, and I think you will, if you can find support there, you will likely recover in spectacular fashion and continue to grow. If you don't find support there, we will likely go below this low and stand a chance at even breaking below this low. But there's still, even if we go below that low, we could find support here, slightly lower low, find support here, whatever. We can go from there. But I think it'd be really nice to see support at 1.086 cents or higher. Okay, once we break above the 382, that validates this low to me. Validates the idea that we're going to break above this high at 1.24 cents. And once we do that, we're rocking and rolling, you guys. Looking at this on a 4 hour time frame now. I like the 4 hour RSI. Overbought. Did not get oversold. Now you're back above the 50. That's productive stuff. Just maintain this productivity, okay? Don't get below that area there. Again, if you do, it's not a problem, but you just likely will go lower than this low, or at least lower than these lows here, okay? But as long as you hold up above these high points, I think you should be moving up higher. I want to look at this on a daily time frame because I'm not getting enough off the 4 hour there. Daily time frame here. You're set up, man. You really are set up to be bullish. You rejected the 50. If you can run with it, if you can move up in the face of danger with this 50 here, rejection, and bounce off the 40 like this, if you can continue to push higher instead of pulling back from here, I would run with the idea that that is a higher low and that you do break out here probably over the next week. If not, perhaps what you see instead is some kind of a move down next week, and then the following week, the second week of June, like on the 7th there and onward, that would be the week that you recover and break out. Something like that. Does that make sense? Going into the halfway point and beyond, you should be recovering. But that all depends. Looking at the 1 hour, again, I feel like you look bullish on the 1 hour. The 4 hour is more bullishly charged now than it is negatively charged, but it could go either way, really. It's pretty neutral still. I'm not getting a whole lot off of that. So we really are in this kind of like indecisive window right now where you need to make a decision. And we'll see if you do. We'll see which decision you make. I want to look at this from a high to a low. And again, if you move lower, it's not a problem. It's not a big deal. Going from the 0.5 to the 236, or at least below there, that's a lot of cryptos have been doing that lately for some reason. That's just so weird, but it's okay. It's not a problem. Likely you will continue to move higher at some point. Whenever you do move higher from here, from the current price, let alone if you go lower, you would expect to interact with the golden ratio. I would actually expect that you break through the golden ratio on the first attempt, because typically when you interact with the 0.5, that weakens the likelihood that you find resistance here. Going down to the 236, maybe it brings that likelihood back. Hard to say. One way or another, whenever you do start moving up, you're going to get a nice pop that should 2x the funds from the current price. Right? You should see something that's like 2.3 cents or more once you do break out. And I mean, that could be as early as next week, if not the following week. If not there, and what I would say is statistically speaking, you have a better chance of going up to about 3.2 cents to 3.8 cents in my opinion. Probably 3.2 cents. About 190% growth to 240% growth, 250% growth might be on the way. And again, maybe not Maybe not like over the coming days, but over the coming weeks. By the end of next week or the following week, we could see that happen. But again, if we go lower, perhaps not next week will we start to grow, but the following week after that. So then these targets might be more reserved for like the middle, late part of July rather than the early middle part of July. It just depends. Depends on what we do today. It really does. So we're looking for a green day today. I think that we have hopes, opportunities, potential to do that. But if we get a red day, it's not a big deal. As long as we're finding support above 0.0, what was it? It was 1.08. Yeah, 1.08. I would just say 1.08. You can go below 1.086. Just hold support above 1.08 cents. If you can do that, then everything's good. But if you go below that, again, lower is what we're going to talk about there, right? And that's okay. Weekly time frame, high to low. 2272 rejection, 886 support. Going down to the 100 at 0.009 cents, dollars. Yeah, that could be what you do. Whenever you do move up higher, though, we're expecting phenomenal growth, right? Inevitably, Swift coin, I do think that you're going to see prices that are all the way up at about, whoa, maybe not. I mean, maybe go up to 30 cents. You really could go to 30 cents. I would think at least 15 cents, which would be about a 14x from here. And that should be sometime in August. You'll be at about 15 cents or more, okay? Swiftcoin's been developing some stuff. They got a lot going on. And what I like is they're doing it. They're making it loud if you're following them, but it's not like something that everybody's talking about. It's like you're doing your work and it's being it's like in the dark. I like whenever projects are making progress and nobody's talking about it. I hate whenever you're making progress or no progress at all and everybody's talking about it. That's never a good sign. So Swiftcoin's doing its best work in the dark here. I think that we will see a 15-cent price at a minimum. Maybe you do rip all the way up to 50 cents, man. I mean, this thing's got a low enough market cap where you could see stupendous growth in a very short amount of time. I'm thinking somewhere in between there, right at 23 to 29 cents, 30 cents, something like that, right? That's my expectation. Probably sometime in August again, right? That's the call. But other than that, guys, I got nothing else for you, right? I do believe that what's coming our way, as indecisive as the first like 3/4 of this video is, because it is kind of at this indecisive point. It's making me scratch my head. I wish I had a better stance as to which direction it goes. I have hope that it goes up. I guess I'm thinking we go down a little bit, even below this low here. Probably go below 1 cent, below even $0.009. That's a possibility. Whether that happens or not, that's not for me to say. It might or it might not happen. I'm really not convinced either way. I could be wrong about that, and I don't care. I could be right about that, and I'd be surprised. You know what I mean? Like, it's either way, 50-50 at this point. Lower, higher, are we going to hold this area, move up? I don't know. As long as we're above 1.08 cents, yes, we'll move up higher. If we get below there, though, down is what my thoughts would be. But regardless of what happens in this very insignificant amount of time and movement, we've got a very significant move coming up with 24 cents to 30 cents being our price target, okay? I got nothing else. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.